Guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about LAMAR ODOM and his ex Sabrina Parr. They are going through some things, and well, LAMAR is going through some things. Sabrina's trying to stay out of it, and it seems as though they can't quite agree on who has access to LAMAR's social media accounts. LAMAR posted a video talking about basically what he's working on, and how he's trying to get himself organized. And he was basically asking his followers to follow him in different social media platforms, and he made a video about it. The problem is, underneath in his post, he posted that his social media account is being held hostage by his ex, Sabrina Parr. But before I go into that, this is the video that LAMAR posted.
What's up, my people? It's LAMAR ODOM, LO. Some of y'all might even call me Lammy. I need y'all to follow me on Snapchat, YouTube, and Twitch. Lucky7 Lefty. One love. I love you for loving me.
So that was the video he posted. Nothing crazy there. He's just asking people to follow him in his social media, but he did not mention Twitter and Instagram, and it's obvious why. Because below the video, he wrote this: "What's up, good people? I've been working hard to build my brand and a new team. Unfortunately, my social media platforms are being held hostage by my ex, and we are working hard to recover my password for IG and Twitter. If any of y'all know someone who can get it reset for me, hit my brand manager's DM ASAP." And he gave his brand manager's name. So yeah, that's basically him saying that Sabrina is holding his Instagram and Twitter hostage, and he's trying to get access to them. I don't know if he has got access because he posted this video on his Instagram, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe he's been able to access it since he made this post. Either way, the post is up, and now we're talking about it. Sabrina did not take this lightly. She wasn't happy about the post at all, and as far as she's concerned, this problem started way back. Well, she said a month back, when his Instagram was hacked, and that was when LAMAR lost access to his Instagram. So that's basically the basis of their fights. But before I really go into what I think about what is really going on and talk about them, I just want to talk about their relationship very, very briefly. Now, LAMAR and Sabrina have been in a relationship ever since LAMAR broke up with Chloe, and he had that very major drug problem that he had a few years ago, and he's been with Sabrina ever since. And a lot of people do not like Sabrina, but you know what? She seemed to be helping him, and he liked her, so they were together. The relationship went on for years and years, and they eventually got engaged, and they splashed their engagement photos everywhere. And LAMAR came across to me as someone who believed he had found someone that would help him on his journey, because LAMAR has had a lot of problems. He has health problems, he has some dependency problems, and he strikes me as someone who needs to have someone in his life and to help him through the process. And Sabrina, on the other hand, strikes me as someone who's very independent. She seems like a go-getter and the kind of a person that who can stand in her own beliefs. And she does not strike me as a pushover. She also does not strike me as a dependent person who needs people's approval. to do things or to be who she is. So she comes across as a strong, independent type person. And while they were in the relationship, the impression that I got is that Sabrina was helping Lamar through his journey to being more healthy and to get his career or businesses back on track. That's the impression that I got. I got the impression that Sabrina was definitely very hands-on with Lamar. I have a clip of her running with him because they had this agreement that he's gonna run every day, and that's to help him become healthier and to just get his life back on track. So I have a clip of her running with him. So that struck me as someone who's very hands-on with helping Lamar. And so they were engaged, and the news was everywhere. There's also a clip of her talking to Nene Leakes, and Nene Leakes' husband. So basically, Sabrina and Lamar were talking to Nene Leakes and her husband, and Nene Leakes happened to ask Sabrina when the wedding was going to be, and Sabrina turned towards Lamar and she was like, "Yeah, when is the wedding?" And she kind of asked in a "I'm going to put him in the spotlight" kind of way. So it made me think that she wants a specific date for the wedding, and he's the one who's dragging his feet about it, because literally in the video you can see him dragging. He hesitated for a long time. I was starting to wonder if he was about to fall asleep or something before he responded, and even when he responded, he did not give like a concrete answer. He didn't seem excited about it. But the funny thing is, when Sabrina then gave a response to Nene, she said, "Well, if it were up to Lamar, we would have had the wedding already. He's the one who's really trying to have the wedding, and I'm not in a rush. We can do it at any time. We can have it in 2021, 2022, 2023. It doesn't really matter." So she made it seem as though she was not in a rush to get married. However, that was not what I saw when Nene first asked the question. When Nene first asked, Sabrina did put Lamar in the spotlight, and she kind of demanded, not in an angry way, but she certainly demanded when the wedding was going to be. So her response, as far as how she feels about the wedding and whether or not she's ready to get married, is very different from what I saw when she turned to Lamar to ask. So it seems as though she's trying to paint herself as someone who's not in a rush to get married to Lamar, and she was fine either way, and she wasn't like trying to push the idea of her being married to him. I don't know why she felt the need to do that, but I'm getting the opposite vibe from what I see.
Are they getting married?
Harry, Sabrina, we know they're gonna be for you because Lamar gonna just go with what you said. So go
I
on and tell
mean,
her.
When we get married,
When y'all get married, Lamar? Lamar, okay, so he's
I don't know. I
stuck.
mean,
if it was up to, we would have already been married. That's the truth.
we damn near we living like we married.
He's asked me to marry him like right now a million
Lamar,
times,
do you have any news?
and I am the one putting it off, to be
Oh
honest.
yeah,
So I'm taking my time,
yeah, you should,
and I am in no rush.
you should,
I
yeah.
have learned, we have both been married and
Hmm.
divorced, so I have learned that if you think you're
Hmm.
ready now, you'll be ready later. So
You
what's the
will,
hurry?
you will,
And I really
you will.
want to get some things in order first before we get married.
Yeah.
So, I still don't know. I still, initially, it was going to be like spring of 2021.
Hmm.
But on my end,
That's gonna be tough now with
2020,
quarantining. That's gonna
huh?
be tough,
it's
Sabrina,
2020 now,
Yeah,
right?
I
because
know.
it's
So,
2020 and then everything is shut down.
yeah, so it's more so
Yeah,
looking like sometime in
22.
2022.
Yeah,
And even if it's 2023.
yeah.
So anyway, a few months went by, and then suddenly we started to hear that their engagement was off and that they were no longer getting married. And Sabrina Parr made this statement on her social media. Y'all know I'm honest and transparent, so I have to be the first to let you guys know that I'm no longer engaged to Lamar. This has been a difficult decision for me to make, but it is the best for myself and my children. Lamar has some things that he alone has to work through. I love him dearly, but I'm no longer able to be by his side while he seeks the help he so desperately needs. That kind of made it seem as though Lamar may have fallen back into his old habits, and that's what it sounded like to me. That's what it sounded like to a lot of people. Once again, she made herself look like the bigger, better person, while Lamar is, the one who's with the issues, which we all know Lamar has issues, but I mean, come on. There are two people in that relationship, so, well, I don't know. It's possible that he did fall back into his old habits, but she definitely made it seem that way, though. So anyway, fast forward to now, they're fighting over their social media, and Lamar is saying that he does not have access to his Twitter and Instagram, and Sabrina is saying that that is not true. When Sabrina caught wind of the post that Lamar made, this is what Sabrina said. I find these accusations from Lamar and whoever he's working with extremely disappointing. We're no longer together and haven't been for a while. I've chose to move in silence about the situation, and I suggest you do the same. We both know the truth, and I can assure you no truth is being told on their end. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to continue moving on in peace and silence. Sabrina then went ahead to post some screenshots of when Lamar's social media was hacked, and she said that his social media has been hacked, and she kind of said that she's not sure if he's mistaken or he forgot what happened or he's not paying attention, but that his social media was hacked, and they've been going back and forth trying to resolve the issue. And she even posted when she communicated with Nini and asked Nini to help, and they were trying to get his social media back, and that she has no passwords or usernames that belongs to Lamar anymore, because she got rid of all of Lamar's photos and all of that information. So that alone tells me that she used to have the information, but she no longer has it, according to her. Lamar came back and said, Sabrina, stop. You have hacked my social media every few months. Your receipts are no good. That's from a year ago. I've recently begged you to release my password. I can only post using the phone you set up. You don't want me to expose you, so stop. Give me my password and my passport. And a lot of people that saw the post that Sabrina made actually said that hacking and all that information, all that messaging back and forth to resolve the hacking issue was from a year ago. And if you look at the date, it says that this happened between January and February of 2020. So that's almost a year ago. And so a lot of people started to call her out. And Lamar also posted this saying that she hacks his social media very often. It's not really a hack if they have possession of the username and password, and you kind of grant them the the permission to use it. So I don't know. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird, but it seems as though this has happened before and it's happening again. And the posts, the screenshots that Sabrina showed were definitely from a year ago. So I'm not sure why she said that his account was hacked a month ago, which means Lamar was right when he said that this has happened before. I don't know if she truly hacks him, but this has definitely happened before. If it happened a year ago and then it's happening a month ago, according to Sabrina. So somebody is not being truthful here. We don't know who, but one thing that I will say is this. Lamar himself has said it before that he does experience memory loss, long-term memory, ever since he had his drug problem. So who knows? It's possible that he was hacked and they never quite resolved the issue, and he suddenly is now remembering that he does not have access to social media, and he forgot that they've already addressed this problem. I don't know, but he did say a long time ago in an interview with, I think, with People magazine, that he suffers from memory loss ever since he started to, seriously use drugs. I don't know why Lamar specifically decided to bring this issue to social media. They could have resolved it outside. He does not need any more of this kind of drama distracting from his career and his businesses. I understand he's trying to rebuild himself, but all of these things kind of, I don't know, it's a drawback for him. It's hard to know who's telling the truth and who's lying. And it is easy to blame Sabrina because people already don't like her. I don't know why. I don't know if she did something specifically at some point in her life, but people just don't like her. They get some bad vibes about her, that she's trying to use Lamar for one thing or the other. So it's easy for them to blame her and say that she's the one that's lying. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on. It's very possible that Lamar did fall back into his old ways, and Sabrina thought, well, I have kids, I have my future to think about, I don't have time for this anymore, I've helped you as much as I can, so I'm just gonna back out of this relationship. That is very much possible, but a lot of people are not gonna see it this way, because usually the woman is the easiest one to be angry at when relationships go sour. I don't know what it is. They always excuse the man's behavior or believe whatever the man says and blame the woman. So it's kind of hard to know. I'm not saying that Lamar is to blame. However, he does have to take responsibility if he did fall back into his old habits of using. And yeah, this whole thing is just weird. I think he already got his access back to social media because he did post stuff on there. So it's just weird because he posted on his Instagram saying that he does not have access to his Instagram. So, and I'm like, so who's posting stuff on there then? And if he does have access to post on there, what Instagram is he talking about? Is it his business Instagram? Does he have a separate Instagram that's like strictly for his business? I know he used to have some CBD Instagram page which has very few posts. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but whatever it is, I hope he gets his life together and figures this out. And I wish them both the best. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.